Hooray! There. That'll cover my keyboard holes. Try to figure this out. Get that away here. Oh, this assembly is fun. Nobody's watching. Now I know what Fuzzy Pete feels like. Ow, that hurts. Clownie, you're a dick. Seriously though, if you guys don't watch Fuzzy Pete's live streams, at least notify him when he does, because he pops up there. You should really be watching Fuzzy Pete stuff. I mean, if not just for the name itself, I mean, that's just freaking awesome as it is. So, seriously. Oh, I got a disease. I got a bad disease. Up from my head where I bleed. Insanity, it seems. You two probably flag me. Hate taking these stupid things apart. They never just go apart. And now, the Hellmaker. That little bastard there. That thing causes more misery for me than almost any other freaking part. Come on. Come loose. Thank you. And you. There's no spring in that thing, is there? No, there is back in the thing's last words. Famous last words. Boy, that shit can pick a shitty time to go live, apparently, huh? Let's see if I can fix some of that. Okay, where's the Instagram? Wiener. Somebody got a wiener. Oh, I saw the word Griever. I don't think he won. What was it doing? Oh, yeah. So we need a photo. A smiling face shot. Next. Rocking Beard Day and live on YouTube. is a rocking beard day, though. My beard is rocking hard today. Prepping pistols. I got a whole bunch of those little crossbow ones all prepped up here. Lieutenant, little buggeroo here. You don't want to come loose. That's a bad choice. There we go. Ryan, how you doing? Yes, it is a fire. Yes, there's a Firestrike. And it does not, wish to cooperate very easily. I have built a buttload of pistols today. Prepped a bunch of them yesterday. Built a bunch today. Lord, with this. Yeah. Now I'm getting hungry, but I decided I'd do a quick live thing here because these won't take long for me to do these. I'm pretty good at these for being fast. I have. I can't reach the paper towels. They're trapped under the hammer. That's why. They're trapped under the hammer. My favorite kind of hammer, other than a war hammer. It's a ball peen hammer. Just fun to say. That's what stooges like to hit each other in the head with. Vader got hit with a ball peen hammer. Not the Vader, but Vic Van Vader, the Mastodon. Gold Dust hit him with a ball peen hammer. And they were tag teams. I remember that. Once. Twice. 3 times. Trim her up. Well, you're the only person that seems to watch me right now. I did not pick a good time to do this, did I? Bad timing, honey. Wow, I can definitely tell I'm hungry. Ooh, I didn't think I was hungry till I was hungry. Then all of a sudden I was hungry. Now I'm shaky. Because I'm hungry. I ain't eaten anything since breakfast at like 8 o'clock. I have a nos, which probably was not the best of ideas. Okay. Put these together. And this together. Pokey pokey. And get this loose. While I'm here, I don't feel like grabbing my vice grips. Hungry Clownie. What do clowns eat? Children. Clowns eat children. If you don't believe me, I got movies that show you. It's a fact. Oh, yeah, just a hop, skip, a jump, and a 10-hour drive. Well, a burger really does sound good. I was trying to lean toward pizza, but the pizza place sells burgers too, and they sell them to go. Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to play around with this thing like that today. I'm getting my no screw around wrench. I don't know where I got this. Those tools just show up. You got Neil Mills version of one of these. I don't buy the cheap one. I buy the actual vice grip. Why not? This is what happens when you buy a cheap one. You don't freaking stop and grab anything. Come on. too high. There we go. You suck. Firestrikes always give me a problem. I don't know why, they just hate me. Any other blaster, I can spin that thing off pretty quick. Just a Firestrike doesn't like me. Well, hot shocks aren't too big of a fan of me either. I got them licked. There goes that spring. Just toss that off in these little buckets. These things are neat. Stack. Where's the good spring? There's the good spring. The good spring. Oh, you're the only person. Oh, boy, come here. See, already messed up. You can't start it there. You gotta start it down here. You gotta start low. Because if you start high, you end up running into your plunger head, and then you have to try to shuffle everything. It doesn't work. What is your favorite to mod quick? I actually kind of like modding these things. Once I've had the springs set up, I mean, I know where to cut them down to. Favorite quick mod, probably have to go with one of the Busby sawed-offs. I mean, those are fun, but these I got down so packed I don't even know anymore. I mean, I just got this in my head easily. These aren't hard to mod at all. As far as like regular mods go, when it comes to the pistols and stuff, I mean, I like doing the dead spaces. Those are fun. Man, those are fun. I like doing those. God, man, those are freaking labor intensive. Just a lot of freaking fitting for those things. A lot of fitting. And then tweaking when you're done with them. Okay. Yeah, word of warning. If you ever mod one of those little pistols that have the crossbows that look like these things, this peg here is poop. I had my spring shoot down and catch that, and it clipped it right off. I had to fix it. That wasn't any fun. That sucked. All right, that's done with. Lay that up here. Okay. Now tackle this sucker. I gotta do that first. Can't do that until I do that. That has to be done before I can do that. So, the top. Okay. Ghost strike. That might be good. Yeah. That sounds good. I got 4 or 5 of them over here ready to be painted. I'm building another one of these. This one's got I refer to this as the signature look. I got that nice barreling sticking out here. It's still covered. I made a mod guide for that one. All right, this is going to be loud. away here. Oh, I sent your blaster off to your kid. Damn it, why can I never remember? Gabe. I sent Gabe his blaster. That got sent out. So that's in the mail. I don't know if I use my drum sander or not with that thing. 2 people are apparently watching now. Who's the other person? Who are you? What do you want? Oh, the problem with my LED lights is they're not conducive to me being able to see. No, the titanium was for part of the grand prize. That goes in with that. But, don't worry about that, though. I have in the works something for you guys here for being so cool and helping me out with, because essentially this is one of those multiple blasters you guys sent me, and then like I have something that's being taken care of for that, for being awfully cool. The titanium, unfortunately, that was part of the big thing, but I got better plans. I got better plans. Oh, thing's got these pain in the ass cross sections in here. They have to come out because they ruin the aesthetic. There's a knurling. I think that's the word, knurling. I'm going to take it right down to the edge so that angled part is completely off. So that works right there. Who is the other person watching stalking me? I am the creepy person that watches other people. I know you're watching. You just don't want to say anything. People watching. Oh, hey, I saw you, Mr. Ryan, got a blue Busby double shot. Did it come with any of the shells? The Busby double, yes, they are actually. The old Busby shells were square. That's why I was asking. Not that I need any. I actually have I thrifted a belt chain for one of those Busby blasters. So I have a good supply of shells, which isn't a problem. Somebody upstairs is running a heater because this room is tied to that one upstairs. So when their heater kicks on, it's killing my thing. And we're not supposed to run heaters here because they trip breakers. Because the house is old. And our rent is a solid cost. So if we run heaters, they pull the price up. And you can always put on slippers. I never understood why you need to run heater stuff, because slippers and another blanket are always such a good idea. I'm completely off topic though. Okay, yeah, the shells are they're square. They're not square. They don't have that nice taper. I might have some of them sitting around here. I was curious because I think the air restrictor. Oh, Tisha Keys. Yes. Well, honestly, Tisha, you can thank the. I won't take even the credit for that because Mr. Inglestead, who's in the chat here, it was his idea to send the Broke Nerfing that and put all that stuff in there. He handled my shipping on that, which he'll be handling my shipping on. Well, I guess not anymore because I'll be handling my shipping, or other stuff will be handling shipping because I got that. But we'll get into that, I guess, later on or something like that once that all happens. That's all behind the scenes stuff. So I kind of feel bad about, but we'll figure that all out. Well, it is figured out. I'm rambling off completely off topic. I wish this was a solid piece back here because I'd love to cut that loose. Oops. My sister just called me. Should call her back and not tell her she's live on YouTube. That would be rude, though. I check the edges to make sure they're clean with a well-beat piece of sandpaper. Yeah, Tisha, I'm not that smart ahead. Other people have to be that smart ahead. That's Ryan and family was that smart ahead. He definitely was. Hopefully his interview tonight will go well. Ryan, CJ Nerf. Actually kind of looking forward to that. I keep checking him out and then not checking him out and checking him out. There's a couple people I keep watching on. It's almost as if I'm waiting for them to, because reviews and stuff don't necessarily do it for me. It's odd. You knitted me a hat. Oh my God. I am never going to be able to break even with you. And every time, I'm just going to feel worse and worse about everything that happens here. God, you are such awful, wonderful people. God, I hate you. Horribly wonderful people. Where's that Firestrike section here? Oh, I do it with this side. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it is. My mom likes to make blankets. She made me a scarf. She's like, "You want a scarf?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want a scarf." She's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I want a long scarf." She's like, "Well, how long?" I'm like, "How long do you want to make it?" She's like, "Well, anything else?" I'm like, "Make it wide." She's like, "Why?" And I'm like, my sister-in-law looks at me. She's like, "You want Tom Baker's scarf, don't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So mom made me a scarf that's about 1 foot wide and it's about 6 feet long. It's almost long enough because, my goal is I really want Tom Baker's scarf, but that thing, there's so much yarn in that. I don't know if you guys are Doctor Who fans watching this, but Doctor Who, the story behind the scarf is amazing. They wanted something to designate the doctors from everybody else, so they told this lady to go and make a scarf. And they gave her this big box of yarn. And so they didn't know, she didn't know, she was terrified. She didn't know if they wanted one color or 2 colors or 3 colors, or to use how big to make it. So she literally used the entire freaking thing of yarn to make the scarf, the entire box. And when she presented it to them, they were kind of amazed and looking at it, and Tom Baker picked it up and he's like, "I love it." Because he's Tom Baker. He's awesome. Okay, noise time. is literally as mundane as cutting it off can make a big difference. Like, because when these little knurls come up, you see the little bubbly things. They block your view, and I'm not using what do they call it? Anything but a regular. I don't want to use a marker because it's hard to get back off the orange. So I use a pencil, and that gets rubbed away quick. But my marker would show up. So when you do it this, sometimes I just use a razor because I can go down and it makes a nice flat line then. But I didn't feel like screwing with a razor. It's pretty flat. And the human eye will trick you. And you do this. It's wobbly edges on the not flat that makes you think it's not flat. When it's level, you just have a slight wibble in your thing. It's a lot of words. Didn't think of a grease pencil. Nobody might solve the problem with me like that too. And I know I have. I actually have an eyeliner and a lipstick in my Nerf drawer thing because I was having trouble figuring out where something was hitting. And I couldn't figure it out. He's like, well, why don't you just put some lipstick on it and then close it? And I was like, God, that was freaking smart. So now in my case, I literally just bought a cheap makeup pack because it was cheaper than buying the entirety of the lipstick. And I just kind of grabbed it because it was in the aisle and I didn't really want to go buy a bunch of lipstick. So it came with like some lipstick and some stuff. Yes, it worked really well. I was surprised at how easily it worked. It was amazing. I like to leave these intact if I can because they're good dart stops. They keep them from vacuuming. And if I don't, when I drive if I do a full-length brass barrel, I drill a hole through this using the conical bit to size it out because it's a good size and it's smaller than the darts. So I get a good airflow to go through and I drive them all in there, but I'm not doing a full-length barrel on this thing. I hardly ever do because I have to get into the back of them and then cut them out from the back, and that's too much work for me to do because these are these are slightly better than turnaround blasters. Quick turnaround blasters are the ones I just put a little design on the thingy here and do that, but these have gotten my super secret treatment where I take off parts of the aesthetic and stuff that people don't seem to notice. And then I paint something here and they're going to be basically painted. A basic paint job on them, nothing special except for the little thing. The other ones I might do, those won't take a wood handle. I got good at doing wood handles. I really want to show you why, but I can't because it's a commission and I want the surprise effect. I really like the surprise effect, especially when I worked on stuff like this. It's why I'm so prickly. Any of the stuff I built for him, I don't, and like anytime I build something, it's the same way. I like to have that surprise effect. It's fun to have that. Like I know what's going and being sent. You know what you're getting, but you didn't see the end result yet. And that's the best part to me about making mods. Somebody's upstairs walking around. I wonder if my buddy Tommy's awake. Getting to be close to that time. Yes, the wow factor. That and if like a prickly with the end where I was able to give it to him give him his sword while he was there, so I could get that nice reaction on video. That looks really good because that puts people in a state to watch your video. It's a grabbing opener, a little teaser. Those teasers are smart. This is really dumb because I'm gonna spend pretty much just like getting it perfectly smooth, but I'm gonna literally hammer a piece of 1732 brass down in there. And we're gonna clean this up so it's noise again. Nobody's ever going to get their fingers on this side here. This is the side that goes in the blaster. Yet I am going to clean and deburr this thing because I don't want it chopping up darts. I take pride in my work. I keep going back to the same 3 files too, or 4 actually. I love this little round one. This little rat tail fire is awesome. Well, I still only have 2 people watching. This goes back to my early days. I usually get at least 5 or 10. I guess the timing was just bad. I've noticed that most of my fan base, though, appears to be out west. There's a fair amount of people on this coast, but I have a more active fan base beyond the Mississippi. These are just on top of my sponge. What happened to the last screen blaster? Oh, what was I? Oh, that one. Oh, it's sitting right here. I gotta fill that in. I gotta fill that in. And there was one other spot, but I gotta fill in something somewhere. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah. Besides, I have to fill this in. I was trying to figure out how to do it, and Frankenzilla told, well, I gotta find that part too. I don't know what to do with that. I got a bunch of them laying in a box. So I didn't want to fill it all in with putty, and I have resin to cast it in there, but it would require more work. He said, why don't you fill it with some hot glue and then fill putty on top of it? I like that idea, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill it with hot glue and then put some putty on top of it. I'm going to run some screws into it so the hot glue gets a hold of it. It doesn't fall loose and become a problem because it can lose its grippy. I just haven't gotten around to doing the final streams and stuff for that yet. Mostly because I keep taking the blaster in and out of the car because I use it to clean up. And I've been running it at wars with the little black cut down darts that I have and workers. I just finally got my sight for the damn thing too. Sight from Wish finally showed up, so now it's end game time. But it's also February. It's also January here, so like it's getting really cold to try to paint stuff like that. But I want to have it ready for the. I want to have it ready for summer because I got to get that project done so I can start the next streaming blaster. Those are fun to do. I want a chance at actually getting partnership back. At one point it was. Not that that's the main goal right now. Main goal is find a regular job, which I actually found out why I might not be getting hired easily. Was interesting. It turns out my application was on a Word file instead of being a regular document file. It was on a Word file for Office, which I think is pretty ambiguous or pretty. I guess everybody has Word and stuff like that. But me, I don't have Word. I don't have any Microsoft Office on my computer. I just never downloaded it because I don't need it. I've never used it. Well, I do need it, but I just don't do it. I don't have it downloaded. We'll just go with that. So, hang on for a second. Organize my brain. Oh, see, I don't have a dead blow hammer, so I gotta pound this in. I'll use a piece of wood to deaden it. Wooden strip. I don't have a. Try to hit my damn fingers. Okay, forget that. There we go. Okay. End of noise. I don't think the roommates like that noise. Okay. All right. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Okay, so, yes, it turns out that when my sister sent me the file, she sent it as a regular Office file document thing, which I'm pretty sure every office in the world has the ability to open and go through. However, a PDF file or something would be a lot better sent. So I'm having her resend because I went to get a job and I was looking at it and it wasn't taking the file. And I figured, well, maybe it's that. So, long story rambling short, I think the file format for my resume may have been the problem. Because it might not have been opening up on stuff. Because a PDF file is just an image file that's easily opened and converted into other things, basically. So with that getting fixed, I'm pretty sure I'll get more opportunities here. I did have a really neat one coming up, but I'm hoping to get that file pretty quick because the Pennsylvania State Game Commission is hiring, Fish and Game Commission. I think the Fish and Boat Commission in particular is hiring. And what they want is a desk clerk to operate sales and work, answer people's questions and phones at the desk. And that's technically a state job. I don't think it actually falls as a state job. But the only two things that would screw me on that would be I don't have basic computer skills, but it's all office clerical work and stuff, so I should be able to handle that, just inputting information, because that's all it really is. Well, see you, Tisha. Have a good day. The other part of it is, what is it? One of the requirements, the first requirement in bold letters is they want, it's an Office 2 position, which I guess means something, because they want you to have at least 6 months of Office 1, or Clerk 1, I think it was. They call it Clerk 1, which means it's a position in the building. They're probably posting it as a position, so I don't think my chances for getting it were the same as getting it if I worked there before, which I never did, because I think it's a posting that just as opposed to as being there. Yeah, this is how I cut grass. I have a cutter, a pipe cutter, but I don't like it because it crushes the end, and you have to flare it back out, and it's a lot of work because I don't have a flarer to do it. And you end up getting it all screwed up and messy. Trying to flare it, jamming this thing in here and twisting it. You got to really get it. And then I've knocked it out of round on more than one occasion. And yeah, you can fix that using 2 wrenches. You take 2 wrenches and you put them on, you go the opposite directions. And it puts it back into round. I learned that trick with my dad putting plumbing in. Copper pipe. And it works on brass. And you have to polish it back. These are posts. I found taking the extra time to do this with the hand instead usually pays off better. All this does is I'm not really trying to cut through with this. I am trying to do that. All I need to do is make an edge. I just need to make an edge. That way, my shitty little saw, I have to get a different blade for it, will be easily used on here. Now, yeah, I like to sand on top. I like to do this on top of the sponge. This is a beat sanding sponge. I bought this years ago. Sanding sponge is good though. It's like no sanding left on whatsoever though. It serves multiple purposes for me. It's a workbench, extension. It's a sound deadener. So I can drive my roommates insane drumming up above. As I try to get I don't start working until 12 o'clock. Unless make this noises and things up above. Otherwise, I can know exactly that they're awake. And then I'll start earlier. But the typical, I come down here in the morning after I've taken my buddy to work, hop on the job sites and start applying until about 11:45 or so, and then clean everything up. Set, ready to go. Oop, that's ready to go through here. That's ready to go right through. Okay, good. Okay, so clean this edge up. More noise. Stone. I should probably change it. Drum out. There's not much burr left on it, but I'll never throw it away because this is the one I use for foam, and the foam is built up on here, so it's like a blackened foam sander. So it pulls foam away real easy. It looks pretty good on plastic too. Not as good as a new one though. Okay. Now, stumpy. How long have I been going at this? 45 minutes. It's about right on par. Time. Yeah, if I stage these out, the only thing I can't stage out is, well, I guess I could. I get 1-foot section of brass yields 5 barrels in a stump, which is good for inserts. So technically I should be able to cut this in a slightly longer. I should be able to cut it into 5 sections ahead of time. I mean, honestly, I was looking at, still trying not to justify the expense. I was looking at a bandsaw online on the sale sites here in Harrisburg. There's 3 bandsaws in the area for sale. And they're all under $100. If I can make up enough money, I can do that. First, I've got other bills to pay off. Those have to be paid off first. Because the bandsaw won't help me out much right away anyways. I'm not doing any high grade shitty sandpaper. High grade integrations off the bat. Just be using it to cut brass and blasters to pieces as it is anyhow. So we're gonna do this. I hate doing this. That's pretty neat. Get a new piece. Yeah, I don't like this red sandpaper. This stuff is awful. Even from Harbor Freight. I like the 3M stuff. It actually lasts longer. The grit on this stuff falls off. And it leaves all this staining red powder everywhere. It sucks. Well, I picked a bad time to stream, didn't I? Wacom would have shut her down by now, but I'm too stubborn. I want to at least finish this blaster out. Probably gonna order food. I feel like pizza or a burger. Definitely feel like a burger. Pizza. Also feels squishy. 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 I can't tell you how many times I cut my damn finger doing this. The first time I did this, I put the brass on there like that, and I was going like that, and I went right through it. I didn't even feel it. Oh, I got concentric rings in my finger. I had concentric rings in my thumb, and I had them in the palm of my hand in 2 or 3 different places. Didn't even realize I cut my damn self until I grabbed something. No, the glue. The glue stung. I got glue in my hand and it hurt. This thing beat down as far as it is, though. It works really good for. What's it? He's starting to crack. It works really good for my brass. I want to make sure I got all the burrs out of the inside. Like that. Man, I really want to get my other rig set up. I use my one and only camera thing to hold my camera down. The other tripod I have doesn't latch to the camera as well because I'm missing the little pop-out thing from the Targus thing, which may or may not be sold at Walmart. I actually have to go to Walmart and buy a new mouse, and I've been avoiding going there because I don't want to go to Walmart. Not because they fired me or let me go, but just going to Walmart drives me nuts. The act of going there thinking about going there is enough to make me anxious. The place was a pet to me. Misery for so many years. I can't even go into the parking lot without getting angry. Something, just stupid people in there driving me nuts. I have to go in and deal with everybody in there. I ain't dealing with that junk. I wait till people go there and then I tell them to get me stuff. This is where this sponge really comes into play, though. Oh, there's a warble. Not anymore. I shine up my brass with this thing. It looks really good. It always looks good. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Incursion. There we go. I don't want that on my brass. Shiny brass. And now the secret to Clownie's blasters is P-Teg. That's right, P-Teg. I'm going to change out again because I need a drum. I gotta round this down. Okay. Yep, like this, like that. I guess I'm talking about this. See, it's got this red hue around the end of it now, which is irritating. But my sanding sponge and my other sands, just other sandpaper, there's all this red or black stuff from Harbor Freight. Sucks. There. Okay, now, this is the secret to my blasters. Nobody likes exposed brass. Brass is always pretty and shiny. Now, normally, what I use is Gorilla Epoxy Super Clear, the crystal clear stuff, because it's awesome and it works really, really good. But I switched over to super glue for now, because the regular Gorilla Epoxy, I put it on and then I spin it like this when I put it down, and it gets all over the inside of the brass and then dries crystal clear and creates this really nice coating over the brass. These are speed builds, more or less. So I'm using the controlled amount of super glue gel, because I always use the gel, because the regular stuff is poo. The gel is the best stuff. So you have to watch this stuff, because if you use it wrong, it creates vaporing. So you have to be careful with it, because it takes away your clean look from the blaster. It ruins that. I don't have a popsicle stick handy. Damn it. Yes I do. Yes I do. Here we go. Last summer I ate a ton of popsicles. Kept all the sticks, because why not? When we were kids. My mom did, and then all paper towel tube rolls and things like that. Kept all that stuff. So it takes off the extra glue. I kind of just realized I wish I wouldn't have done that, because I need it to not be glued down for this. So I'll have to switch tactics. This might be a better idea anyways. Trick. No, see, it's not. Because now I get an angle. I don't want an angle. Dumb Clownie. Oh well. Okay. See? Now that brass will stay shiny longer. Not as long as if I would have used the Gorilla Glue epoxy, but it'll still last longer. I'll bring it up to the edge. Clean up like this. Now this is still basically exposed brass, so this will hurt even if you stump somebody with it, especially if you stump somebody with it. So the trick is going to be fixing that. And from the old Busby shells, I make these. Wish I would have thought of this sooner, because finding barrel equipment to fit was, no, I was using barrel pieces. This has to be ground out because it fits over 17/32 perfectly, but it doesn't fit over the P-TIG perfectly. It needs to be pushed out more. So you take it out, and then you make these. You can get one good size ring out of the end of a Busby shell, because the Busby shells, I end up taking the brass and stumping them. So you get a good shell then. You get a good shell shot. And you can get two out of them if you learn to split them better. And I have to talk to somebody to see if I can just get somebody to 3D print me little orange ends like this, because I like this. I like this look that goes on here. And before I do that, I had better check just to make sure that this is going to pass through here. Yep, okay. I learned that lesson quick on the bow strikes. You can't assemble them like this. It's a flaw in the design of my design, but I like these looking like this because I can't have them the way I do these. I made them the same way, but the bow strike opening, unless you really grind it out, is not the same size as the Firestrike opening. So you end up, there we go. You end up having to, let me get this one here first, because I want them on, but I don't want it all the way. Leave a little edge and my finger. Mostly level. Okay. Let me grab the wrong side, but that's okay. Okay, see the bow strikes. You do this to them. Paint boards. You got plungers. You have to cut it all the way back to here, like way back to a point where this gets to a point where it's gonna fail. So they have that same look, but you have this instead. You can get that back. You can't quite get that back off. With super glue, so you can pull it. It'll eventually snap. It's really super glue, so it's not. It's mostly permanent, but it's really not permanent on there. So we're almost done. Oh, that dried out. Wow, that dried out good. Jeez, that really dried out. Yep. I always confuse my lithium grease bottle for a caulking. It causes a problem. Oops. much lifting grease. Gooey, gooey. Gooey, gooey. Gooey, gooey. I'm surprised I remembered what it was. Oh. My wood block. Well, one of them. That's my new mount for my camera. As soon as I get that hole drilled out to a size that fits the camera shank. The door won't go back in. Oh, Ryan, you've been my only friend, pretty much. Except for Tisha. What the hell? What is wrong with this thing? Ugh. Gross. What is that? That is obsessively tight. I don't know what the problem is. I haven't seen one like that before. That's really weird. If I take a bit of this down, just go around once, I'll clip it. Natural scissors. Okay. Back to the grease. Come on, greasy, greasy. What's grease, right? Okay, good. Let me have to steak some more. There is some kind of weird ring in there. It's causing that. It's getting better though. It'll get better the more we use it. Just put that one through its paces, that's all. Okay, so part this box. Where's the hell nut? Leave the hell nut in there. These things go on the handle. They suck. They suck. I bend that into shape already. I'm going to not cut one. I don't think I cut one. No. I don't think I did either. Oh, no. I don't know what number spring are ace, but I grabbed the right one this time for a change. These are almost completely, totally universal catch spring. I didn't write the number of the stupid spring down, but I wrote down the SKU number for the lady, because last time I was in there, I wrote the part numbers down and she was unable to find the part. And she wanted to know how much they were and stuff. And I'm like, hey, I got the part number and stuff. And she wanted the SKU. So I wrote the SKU number down. There we go. Ugh. Cruddy Harbor Freight snaps. These are horrible. I'm going to start bending a spring again. Let's see what works again this time. Want the edges to be somewhat flat. They don't immediately shoot off into oblivion. Should be able to wrap. there's a thing. There's a thing. Okay, good. That goes over top of that one. And like that. There, just like that. Okay, that's the assembly. And the muzzle. So I always do that. I always think that's the muzzle. Freaks me out. Oops. Yep, that goes on last. Put this through like that. And that goes through like that. This goes in here. Lines up like that. This is kind of dumb, you know, if it takes the entire thing back apart anyways, you wouldn't want to paint it. I'm just going to paint it. That goes in. That goes in. Slide this that way. Oh, get in there. Come on. Yep, like that. And you go in. Yep. Dumbass. Dumas. Put the plunger tube in upside down. Yep. Better spot it now than later. Later will be a problem. Now, line all that back up. You don't want to pop on there. You know there. You know you want to. You know you want to. There you go. Okay. Now, part over once, part over twice. Catch mechanism. God. My grandpa's glasses are awesome, but they are heavy. And they slide forward. I really have to get a band for them to hold them back on my head. I have one laying around here somewhere, I'm sure. Because I wear glasses regularly. So I got a bunch of them left over from high school. I had to wear them in gym class. Keep my glasses on my head. Wow, it's fighting over there, yeah. Fight me. Fight me.
Fight me.
Okay. All right, now, Uber spring. I got that nice flat side. Ow. Ooh, no. Bad boy. Bad spring. There we go. Yep, see, that spot right there, I can never get that to seat perfectly every time. It just wants to be a pain. Firestrikes for me. Well, the other one's not working. I gotta point his friend out. I'm gonna take this off. I think it might be if I cut this spring a little shorter, that might solve that issue. But I'm not going to ever do that because I have a good amount of compression here. Oh, I just fight with this damn thing. Come on. Thank you. Now you gotta go back. see. Oh, Firestrikes over Night Finders. Night Finders over Firestrikes any day of the week. There we go. You don't have to cut the spring to drop that in. It just drops right in. Not to cut nothing. Just go right in. Okay. Okay. Need screwdriver. Once. Twice. It's a little chilly. It's a little chilly. Seal's not bad. Yeah, learned that lesson already. Okay, well, how about that? It took a little over an hour to have a fight with it. That's how they get built. There'll be a tutorial on that coming up. Kind of half a crappy tutorial, but a tutorial on that nonetheless. Well, thank you, Trisha and Ryan, for sticking around through this. Nice to see I had somebody watching here. Oh, that's why nobody's watching me. See that? Look at that. Right there, it said it. See that? Mr. Nathan is live. That's why. Mr. Nathan's live. It's probably why nobody's commented in a while, too. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to go watch Mr. Nathan now because it seems to be the popular thing. Peace.